The debate over Uniform Civil Code is back in the public eye. This basically advocates one law for all citizens and essentially covers marriage and divorce, property and inheritance, adoption and maintenance. The problem with personal laws has been there since the British era. Before independence, both Hindus and the minorities had personal laws. They were based on scriptures and customs. Of course, the Sikhs, Jains and Buddhists came under the term Hindus. The British refused to interfere with Indians and their religion, so they left personal laws untouched. But different laws created a disparity between the people. Their only common factor is how unfair they are to women. Women gave voice to whispers of a uniform civil code. In 1937, a committee was set up to see if this was even possible, and it recommended a uniform civil code. This was mostly to reduce gender bias, but the committee's focus was only on Hindu laws. So when the report was submitted, Hindu leaders felt singled out and opposed the call. After independence, both Nehru and Ambedkar favored a common law for all. They even proposed it while drafting the constitution, but because of the opposition to this idea, Hindu personal laws were reformed, not replaced. By the 1950s, Hindu laws were codified even though it was not a popular decision. The women from minority communities were left out, and over the years even Hindu women were not happy. Nehru instantly agreed with the minorities but blamed it on the lack of consensus. 3 decades later, the debate returned to the courts. In 1985, Shah Bano, a 73-year-old woman, was divorced by triple talaq, and her husband refused to pay her alimony. When the case reached the Supreme Court, Bano's husband argued that he fulfilled his duties under the Islamic law. Unfortunately for him, the court invoked the All India Criminal Code and ruled in Shah Bano's favour. It also recommended a uniform civil code. The case got a lot of media attention and was inevitably politicized. The verdict came right after the 1984 Sikh riots when minorities were feeling threatened. They saw criminal code as a threat and uniform civil code as an attempt to impose Hindu values. In that environment, the Rajiv Gandhi government endorsed the verdict, and as a result, the Congress lost the 1985 election. Rajiv came back to power but did not have absolute majority. It was clear that Muslim leaders were unhappy. In 1986, the government decided to win them back. It passed a law making criminal code inapplicable to Muslim women. This was a huge setback for women's rights. To this day, the women across religions argue that personal laws need major reforms, that this is about equality, not religious freedom. Today, the matter shuttles between the court and the government. The Modi government wants a directive from the court, but the court says it's for the parliament to debate and decide. It also says the demand must come from the oppressed. The government must assuage the fears of the minorities, and it can start with a blueprint to gain consensus. At the moment, the Law Commission is looking into it, but even today, it's not a popular choice. The Congress party continues to oppose it. With elections scheduled in multiple states, the Muslim vote, it seems, is too dear to be lost once again.